Good evening and welcome to King Arena for this Wheaton Thunder Sports Network broadcast produced by Sunrise Communications. My name is Andrew Pitkin. Alongside me is Cassidy Thornburg. Tonight we have the Wheaton College Thunder and the Illinois Wesleyan University Titans. And so far this season, IWU was actually the last team, not this season, 4 years ago. They were the last team to beat the Wheaton Thunder in King Arena, Cassidy.
Yeah. Illinois Wesleyan was, like you said, last team to beat Wheaton Thunder in King Arena. So tonight, Illinois Wesleyan is going to be trying to do that again. In fact, no one on this Illinois Wesleyan team was on the team back in
2014.
So it'll be a fun night tonight. Interesting to see if Illinois Wesleyan can do it again. We know that Wheaton Thunder is going to be bringing their A game tonight, as last time they they lost Illinois Wesleyan 88-81, close game, and tonight we're expecting another one for the Bucks.
And also, who do you think are going to be some of the key players in this game?
Yes. Tonight, definitely look out for Hannah Frazier for Wheaton Thunder. Has been named Player of the Week twice in CCIW this season. And then on the other side of the ball, you're going to definitely want to be looking out for Maddie Merritt. Maddie Merritt averages 13.1 points for the game and is a strong scorer for Illinois Wesleyan.
Yeah, it should be a fantastic game. A lot of CCIW implications in this one as well. Illinois Wesleyan so far in the year is 11-0 in the CCIW, and Wheaton so far 9-2. So if Wheaton's able to get a game here, they could get within a half game of Illinois Wesleyan. That'd be huge. We're going to send it over to the PA system with Rusty Lindsay, and we'll be right back here at the media table.
At this time, we ask you please rise for your captains, we honor America with the national anthem. Singing the anthem tonight is Wheaton sophomore Emily Hartley.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
At this time, let's meet the starting lineups. First, for the visiting Titans of Illinois Wesleyan University. Wearing number 4, a 5'7" senior from Gridley, Illinois, Rebecca Arisman. Number 11, a 5'8" senior from Bloomington, Illinois, Molly McGraw. Number 12, a 5'8" sophomore from Bloomington, Illinois, Sydney Shanks. Number 23, a 6' junior from Bloomington, Illinois, Maddie Merritt. And number 40, a 5'11" junior from Nokomis, Illinois, Ashley Schneider. And now, the starting lineups for your Wheaton College Thunder. Wearing number 14, a 6'2" junior from Champaign, Illinois, Devin Kyler. Number 15, a 5'11" sophomore from East Peoria, Illinois, Jordan Myroth. Number 22, a 5'10" senior from St. Anthony, Minnesota, Kelly Lawson. Number 24, a 5'9" senior from Wheaton, Illinois, Maggie Dansdale. And number 34, a 6'2" sophomore from Batavia, Illinois, Hannah Frazier.
And welcome back to the media table. My name is Andrew Pitkin, alongside Cassidy Thornburg, bringing you this Wheaton Thunder Sports Network broadcast produced by Sunrise Communications. And this is the game that everyone has been waiting for ever since 2 months ago yesterday when these two teams played down in Bloomington. 88-81 was that score. And now here today in King Arena, IWU was the last team to beat the Wheaton Thunder here in King Arena, the last CCIW team, that is. And that was on February 22nd of 2014. So no one on the court or no players on the bench were a part of that one. The tip up and won by McGraw, and Sydney Shanks tracked it down. No surprise there. McGraw, a national champion high jumper for the Titans. So Shanks, the lone sophomore here, driving in. Devin Kyler ties her up. And we're going the other way quickly, so it's almost as if the Titans didn't have the first possession now, as the Thunder get the possession arrow in their favor there.
Some things to look for tonight, Andrew. Wheaton's going to want to look out for Illinois Wesleyan around the arc, as last time these two teams faced one another, Illinois Wesleyan shot .667 from three-point field goal range.
Foul here. Frazier will go the line. She missed a couple last game. See it there. Must have been something down low on Merritt, but she missed a couple last game, and now her percentage down to just 86%, which is still way up there, but she was 16th in the nation before that last game. And she's 2 for 2 there. So now Ayresman trying to get something going for Illinois Wesleyan. Looking down low to Schneider and tipped away by Kyler. Good denial defense from her.
Devin Kyler is such a strong defender. I mean, it's no wonder that this Thunder team is #1 in the nation for blocks, because Devin Kyler averages 9.7 blocks per game and brings it every night.
Schneider possessed that ball on the midcourt line, so she was able to bring it up. Ayresman with the reverse lay-in, and it doesn't go. And another foul on the Titans early here. This one is going to go against McGraw.
Well, and seeing on the replay, it looked like hand contact was made.
Lawson able to get it in eventually to Kyler. Now to the top of the key with Dansdale. Devin Kyler step back three off the mark. Frazier had it, then lost it, and Merritt with the rebound. Now McGraw in transition. Puts up a free throw line jumper, and that one was a little bit forced, but stolen away by Shanks. Now down low to McGraw, and she'll blow that layup. So 2 early missed layups by both Ayresman and McGraw.
Illinois Wesleyan seems a little nervous tonight. Haven't put points on the board yet. Just a little shaky when it comes to even putting up a layup.
Yeah, they've missed their first 3 shots so far, and it started off with essentially a turnover. It was a tie-up that the Thunder were able to force after IWU had won the tip. This one out of bounds, and still Thunder ball. 9 seconds on the shot clock. This one into Kyler. Now Lawson decides to just put it up. Doesn't go, and they're going to say it hit the metal or the band up there, which is an automatic out of bounds.
Good attempt by Lawson with the three-pointer there. She averages 9.7 points per game. Definitely a huge contributor for the Thunder team when it comes to scoring.
Schneider. Devin Kyler going under those screens, so Schneider had some room. Ayersman driving out Myroth, and Myroth extending her arm with the push. She doesn't agree with the call, but I thought it was right, at least on the initial look.
Well, look at the replay. It doesn't look like she made contact. I don't know that I agree with that.
Yeah, it looked to me on the replay at least like it wasn't as much of a push as I thought. Maybe Ayersman was already fading away a little bit. Either way, she gets the first point of the day for the Titans. And the second one at all as well to even it up at 2.
Ayersman has a strong free throw percentage at .700. Those 2 shots too will just add to that.
Some Wheaton students filing in here a little bit late in true Wheaton student supporter fashion. This one turned over here, and now Shanks running forward. Switch to McGraw, down low to Merritt. Blocked by Frazier, the first block of the game for the Thunder. Now Lawson has the advantage on Shanks, but pulls it out. Frazier at the high post, trying to drive on Merritt, had it tipped away. Now down to Dansdale with post position and puts it in.
Great maneuver by Dansdale. Very quick hands there. Got the ball, put it up, made the shot.
Ayersman kicked to Merritt, blocked, actually fouled. Devin Kyler just following through a little too much there.
Yeah, zeroing in on the replay. Yeah, Kyler got her hand caught and blocked the shot.
First free throw missed, and early into the game is number 24, Kendall Sosa. She's a freshman, and her most field goals made in a game is 6, and it was against Wheaton earlier this year, 2 months ago. So possible that Coach Smith saw a good response or just something in the Thunder lineup that Sosa is able to take advantage of. Devin Kyler down low, tips it to save it, and Merritt throws it up to Shanks. Now up to Sosa, puts it up, and she is fouled. So early on, the referee's really keeping them honest.
Yeah, many fouls called so far. Oh, see it on the replay. Myroth definitely had her hand in there.
Sosa makes the first one. Early into the game is Christy Dembski. In her last 5 games, she's averaging 11 points per game. She also had a career high of 18 points earlier this season.
No surprise that Sosa put those 2 in. Free throw percentage is at .857. Very strong and high free throw percentage.
So Raven Hughes, the freshman, early into the game here, number 10. And right away, the Titans are running a full court press. This is where the Thunder have to be careful and take care of the ball. Forward to Frazier under the basket and puts it in.
Oh, I think the credit in that shot has got to go to Devin Kyler with the long pass. Set her teammate up to get the buckets.
Yeah, passing like that is what's going to break a press, a high pressure press. Schneider has it poked away by Dembski. Now Lawson weaving through traffic. Kyler tried to pass that one to Frazier, but tipped away. Now Sosa, pull up 2, doesn't go.
The Thunder is responding well to this full court press by Illinois Wesleyan. Scrambling around, but able to maintain control over the ball and possession.
And Illinois Wesleyan so far in this game doesn't have the best field goal percentage, but they're first in the CCIW at 47%, arguably the best offense as well, averaging about 86 points per game as Dansdale lays that one in.
Right you are, Andrew. Illinois Wesleyan is first when it comes to scoring offense in CCIW.
That one missed by Ayersman. She thought she was fouled. So an 0 for 6 start from the field for the Titans, but it's been the free throw line saving them so far as they've got all 5 of their points from there. Down to Frazier, and got a little lucky there. Shanks almost poked it out. Instead ends up with Frazier for the lay-in.
Yeah, some double points there. Put it up, didn't go. Put it up again. Second time, got the points.
Erzman in the corner now, Schneider. Erzman driving, stops on a dime, but then misses everything. It's been a really rough start for her, 0 for 3 from the field, but she's got 2 points at the line.
Yeah, I think in that scenario, definitely should have looked for a teammate instead of going for basket.
Something just seems a little bit off about the Titans' offense so far. Devin Kyler open for 3, hits. And it's an 8-point lead for the Thunder.
What a beautiful shot by Devin Kyler. First 3 of the night.
And this one poked away by Dembski, usually in her for her 3-point shooting ability, but she's got 2 tips in this game so far. This one out to Hughes. Now Erzman, 6 seconds left on the shot clock. She's got to put it up, poked away by Lawson.
The Thunder is coming out strong, not letting Illinois Wesleyan score, putting up a great defense and putting in points while they're at it.
Kelly Lawson in and out, and Shanks coming the other way.
Lawson was right against the shot clock there, as you heard people in this King Arena counting down.
That a huge take from Shanks. Gives her side an opportunity for a 3-point play here.
Oh, seeing on the replay, Dansell reached her arm in and fouled Shanks.
Jenberg into the game. Devin Kyler taking an early break, as well as Dansdale. And Hannah Williams, the freshman, is in. Schneider out for the Titans. And Merritt set to check in. Raven Hughes in her last 7 games has scored 13. And this a timeout from Coach Mia Smith. And I think that's a really good timeout from her to get her team gathered, because, and also at a time when you have just made an and 1 free throw, so you're back in the game just down 5.
Yeah, good time to call a timeout. Definitely reconsider play going forward. Illinois Wesleyan's going to be looking to get some more points on the board, see how they can do that. With the Thunder's unity and love for one another has just been showing on the court tonight. They have been one. They've been looking for teammates, passing, getting the ball in the basket. Great teamwork effort that we're seeing from the Thunder here tonight.
Yeah, that and 1 field goal also for the Titans was the first field goal made of the game. The Thunder have 4 assists so far compared to Illinois Wesleyan's none. So the Thunder certainly sharing the ball also to break the press. Down to Frazier, out to Jenberg, open for 3, short, and out of bounds.
That was a good idea to hit Frazier down low in the paint, but also smart to send it back out, as she had 3 Illinois Wesleyan players on her. Illinois Wesleyan has been covering Frazier with several players tonight and just making sure that she's not getting the ball a lot and keeping the pressure on her specifically.
Erzman down to Merritt, finds herself open, and she traveled before she put it up. So with Jordan Myroth out of the game, Kelly Lawson bringing the ball up. Jenberg down to Frazier. Now out to Williams, picked off by Erzman. And Erzman has Dembski ahead of her, goes into her body, throws it up, and gets the foul call.
There have just been fouls left and right tonight.
Rebecca Erzman, second in the nation and first in assist to turnover ratio. That's at 3.4. She's also first in the CCIW steals per game at 3.4 as well. So that her first steal of the game. Doesn't make the first free throw, makes the second. And Maggie Dansdale will check in for Christy Dembski here because the throw-in was delayed a bit. So Dembski unable to get a shot off there, but made her presence defensive tips. Williams looking for Jill Berg. Berg and Merritt battling for post position. Ball over to Lawson, now down to Berg. Switch pass over to Jen Berg. Dansdale foot on the line, and it's in. 15-9, 2 minutes left in the first quarter. This one up to McGraw and back out to Ayersman. Now Hughes. McGraw down low to Merritt. And Williams gets a jump ball. The ball will stay with the Titans. Just in the game is number 22, Nina Anderson. Throws it in to McGraw. This one over to Ayersman. No one down low, so she'll drive. Puts it up around Berg and gets the friendly roll. Not too many players we see get it around Jill Berg. Now this one over to Williams. Lawson was cutting, tried to pass it off and turned over. Now coming forward with McGraw. Pulls up for two, long, and Jen Berg has the rebound.
Great snag at the other end of the court by Maddie Merritt to give the Illinois Wesleyan a chance to score. Didn't quite get the points though.
Another steal here for Merritt. And now goes to her up top. Hughes gets around the hedge, puts up the shot, blocked. Merritt ends up with the rebound, and then this one tipped out of bounds off of the Thunder. So good hustle from the Titans on the offensive boards. The Thunder average 14 offensive rebounds per game. Usually do a lot better on the defensive boards as well, as they've got the most rebounds per game in the CCIW. Blocked out of bounds by Jill Berg.
And we'll see this play again on the replay. McGraw going in for basket, but blocked away by Jill Berg. Jill Berg and Devin Kyler tied for 51st in the nation when it comes to blocks.
This one grabbed down by Dansdale. She's immediately double teamed. Now Berg up to Berg, and Jen will take it in herself after the fake pass.
Woo, what a shot. Great sisterly teamwork right there. One Berg to the next, into the basket.
Ayersman is fouled going in. I think it's Williams who reached in here.
Ooh, can't argue with that one. Pretty blatant foul. Looked to me like Jill Berg actually reached in.
And she's coming out injured here. So we'll have to get a sub in for her. Devin Kyler will take her place.
Oh, man.
Ayersman was going in, flailing her arms up after being fouled. I believe the foul was called on the floor, but the Thunder in the bonus here. The Titans had 2 personal fouls within the first minute of this quarter and none since. And the Titans able to get to the bonus here. Schneider entering the game for number 23, Merritt.
Once again, Ayersman at the line. Very successful when it comes to free throws, as we've already seen in this game. Thunder's going to want to look out and keep her away from the free throw line the rest of the game.
6 seconds left here in the first quarter. Kelly Lawson driving in, kicks to Dansdale. She's got to put it up around Shanks. And that was a tough shot there. At the end of one, 17-13 is your score. And man, if the Thunder can keep Illinois Wesleyan under 20 points each quarter, that's exactly what they're going to want to do, because they're one of the best defenses in the CCIW, holding teams to about 56 points per game. But IWU, on the other hand, able to score about 86 points per game, which is best in the CCIW for offensive scoring.
Right, funny pair here. As you mentioned, Illinois Wesleyan is first in CCIW for scoring offense, but then the Thunder is first in the CCIW for scoring defense. So we see here quite the matchup. So far, pretty low-scoring game for both these teams. But you're right, we'll see if the Thunder can hold the Illinois Wesleyan here, or as they're in the huddle, we'll see what Illinois Wesleyan whips out.
Yeah, 2 of 14 from the field for Illinois Wesleyan in that quarter. The Thunder, on the other hand, 7 of 12. So kind of a role reversal because Illinois Wesleyan is so used to shooting a much higher percentage at 47. Might be a player like Kendall Sosa, who had 6 field goals made against the Thunder earlier this season, or will it be Raven Hughes, 13 points per game in the last 7 games? Titans got to find some scoring from somewhere. They're not going to win this game at the line. Down low to Frazier. Frazier gets it to Williams on the back cut. Soft off the glass. Now McGraw the other way. Guarded by Dansdale. Down low to Erzman, and last off Jordan Myroff.
Smart maneuver by Erzman to get the ball off Myroff and keep it Illinois Wesleyan's possession.
This ball was Schneider. And Erzman gets it down to Shanks. Shanks a couple of pump fakes and then doesn't go. This one down low to Frazier. You could see it after Myroff threw it. She knew it was the wrong pass. Lucky for her, it was just tipped out of bounds. This ball into Kyler in the corner, guarded closely by Schneider. Now Dansdale. All the way over to Williams. Credit Illinois Wesleyan really defending all the way to the three-point arc. Devin Kyler fouled and one for the elbow jumper.
Oh, great play. And one made the basket and will get a chance to make some more at the free throw line. Devin Kyler does a little bit of everything for Wheaton. She scores 9.3 points per game in addition to her team high of 8.1 rebounds and 3.8 assists per game. And there she goes at the free throw. Made it. Putting more points on the board for Thunder.
This 9-point lead is the largest of the game so far for the Thunder. The ball with Merritt. Down low here to Erzman. Up and under, and she was fouled on the way. And this call goes against Jordan Myroff. Jordan Myroff's 3rd personal foul in this game. So she has to make an early exit from this half. And Jacqueline Sanjul will replace her. This season, Wheaton Athletics is proud to partner with Realty Executives as the exclusive sponsor of replays on our broadcast. We're happy to welcome Eric, Logan, Becky Vanderveen, and the Energized team to the Wheaton Athletics family and extend a special thank you to them for partnering with us to enhance our WTSM broadcasts. So Erzman, again, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. So far on the game, 6 of 8. Dansdale outside the loss at deep 2. Easy for her.
Oh, great shot there. Taking Thunder up to 24 points in this game.
Shanks tries a 3, hits. Big shot for Illinois Wesleyan, cuts it to 7. Now Lawson and Illinois Wesleyan switching all defensive matchups here. Down low to Frazier. Now Dansdale for 3, banks it in. Coach Smith of Illinois Wesleyan has a smile on her face there. Understanding that that's the shot that she would like to give up. A hand coming toward Dansdale's face, but then it goes in anyway. Shanks, high off the glass, doesn't go, gets her own board, puts it back up, and she's fouled.
Seeing it on the replay again, Dansdale knocked her with her arm.
Yeah, just moving into the body of Shanks. And so she'll be at the line and make the first one. Number 22, Nina Anderson, into the game. Her dad played baseball at Illinois Wesleyan, had a career batting average of .336. Not too shabby.
No, not too shabby.
Anybody over 300 for their career had a really good career playing baseball.
Yeah, Shanks puts in both those shots. Fun thing about Shanks, on her bio, she says that she's a huge ice cream fan. Loves to eat whole tubs of ice cream.
Dansdale down low to Frazier, gets around Merritt and puts it in. Coach Smith wanted to travel. She is extremely frustrated with that call, or that no call rather.
That was a great job by Frazier though, down low in the paint to get around with her arm and put the shot up for points.
Merritt looking for a pass, no one open, now gets it to Anderson. Shanks drives in, Merritt has to put one up with the shot clock running down, missed it, and Devin Kyler has the rebound. Now Lawson sees open space, tipped from behind by Shanks. Good recovery defense there to stop the drive of Lawson. This one into Kyler with 20 seconds left on the shot clock. Sanjul into the lane, she goes down. And I think what happened there is they're going to go ahead and call it out on Schneider because they didn't want to call a foul. But the referee's conferring, and actually they are going to give the ball to the Titans. So I think that is the right call at the end of the day. I think maybe Sanjul was fouled.
That's what it looked like to me at first, but
sometimes you see that where a player is fouled, but instead they just call out of bounds because they don't want to call the foul on the Titan player. But there they decide to reverse the call completely and give the ball to the Titans. Ayersman into the lane, down low to Schneider, quickly doubled, kick to Merritt, blocked partially by Kyler. Schneider with the alley-oop putback, doesn't go. Kelly Lawson running freely on the right side, but Sanjul didn't see it in time. Now gets it to Lawson. Spinning on her defender Anderson, over to Frazier. Frazier through the lane, and she's fouled. So more free throws for the Thunder here.
yeah, looking at the replay, Hannah Frazier dribbling with the ball. Oh, gets knocked with the ball while going up for the shot.
Puts in the first free throw easily.
At the free throw line, Hannah Frazier has a .859 free throw percentage.
The second one also good. Raven Hughes back in as well as Sosa, so a couple of freshmen in for Merritt and Schneider. And the Thunder have a 12-point lead now. This one to Hughes now. Anderson puts up a three. Other side of the backboard. Sanjul gets it to Lawson. And Frazier is wide open underneath the basket, but the Thunder didn't see it in time. Outside to Dansdale for three. Hits.
Another great shot.
Maggie Dansdale 2 of 2 from 3 now.
Did not see Coach Smith smiling on that one, though.
Dansdale with 12 early points in this game, 5 of 6 from the field. Sosa for 3, hits.
Oh, she'll match Dansdale's points.
Sosa's got 5 in this one. Dansdale had to catch that one well outside the arc. The pressure defense from Shanks. Down low to Frazier. Had the post position on Hughes.
Great positioning by Frazier. Open to the ball.
Hairsman powering her way in once again, getting to the free throw line.
Looking at the replay again.
Yeah, Maggie Dan still reaching in her arm there.
Right, yeah.
Tough to tell if she got the ball or not. Hairsman at the line again. She is 7 of 9 from there in this game now. She's already got 7 points from the line, has been there 9 times. Now 8 of 10. Christy Dembski checking into the game for San Jewel. Kelly Lawson gets it up to Kyler, barely out of the reach of Shanks. Williams deep 2, and it's good. The pass was a little bit low, but she was able to put it in.
Yeah, it was a little low pass, but no problem for Williams. Put it up, scored some points. And that's a freshman for the Thunder.
Shanks over to Hughes, driving baseline. Merritt thought maybe there was a player behind her instead. The ball just sails out of bounds.
Unfortunate there. Just need to have better communication between players, maybe some eye contact.
Lawson kick out to Dembski for 3. Doesn't go. Coach Smith taking a timeout. You can see when Dembski put that shot up, she was upset. Understands that Dembski has been shooting the ball extremely well from three-point range recently, and that's, even though we saw good defense from Dembski earlier, that's about the only reason that she'd be in there.
Right, Andrew. Yes, Dembski has been putting up a lot of points recently for the Thunder, and as you see, the more points she's been scoring for the Thunder, the more minutes she's been getting to play in the game.
Man, and just think if the Illinois Wesleyan Titans didn't have the free throw. Like, think if the free throw line was not a part of the game. They would not have 14 of their 24 points. More than half of their points are coming from the free throw line. 14 of 17, also great efficiency. 17 free throw attempts in the first 16 and a half minutes of the game. That's pretty impressive.
Right, and what that means for the Thunder is if they can keep Illinois Wesleyan away from that free throw line, they can lengthen their lead potentially and just keep getting more points on the board and dominate play on the court.
It's amazing to see that the team that is second in the nation for assists per game at 20.5 so far in this one only has 2. That is the Illinois Wesleyan Titans, whereas the Thunder have 13 in the first 2 quarters. So back to action here. Sosa trying to drive in and tipped away by Dembski again. Frazier got it to Lawson to bring the ball up. Hughes doubled her. Now to Williams, down low to Frazier, and Hairsman had to foul her with the mismatch.
On the replay, Hairsman got her arm in there.
First one goes for Frazier.
Frazier, .859 free throw percentage.
Jill Berg is back into the game. Good to see that she's okay. Had to leave with injury earlier, but she's back and ready to go.
Oh, that one doesn't go, but Hannah Frazier is 34th in the nation when it comes to when it comes to free throws.
Molly McGraw kicks it out to Hairsman. Down low to Merritt. Now Hughes, guarded by Frazier. Switch pass to Hairsman. She'll put up a 3. Hits. And Rebecca Hairsman is just a gamer. You know that she is not going to let her Titans back down in this game.
No, definitely not. Hairsman is a junior, but you can see that she is a leader on this court for Illinois Wesleyan.
And that a 3 from Hannah Williams.
Oh, no problem. She puts that up with such ease. I would just like to remind our listeners that she is a freshman.
That one blocked by Berg underneath. Ayersman thought about the three. Now gets a screen from Hughes. Passes down low to Shanks. Over to Merritt. And she walked. A little bit of energy now here in King Arena. Number 14, Samantha Monroe, will see out the last 2 minutes of the half for the Titans. She's first in the CCIW for three-point percentage at 43%.
Andrew, I think it was Hannah Williams' three-pointer that just sent a wave of energy through King Arena.
That one blocked there by McGraw, rising up on Lawson. And now Shanks the other way into Dembski and one. Huge take from Shanks here.
Right. Seeing on the replay, Shanks dribbling in and right into Dembski, giving her the foul. Excuse me, the and one.
Missed the free throw, but they get the rebound. Shanks open for three, hits.
That's even better than the free throw.
Yeah, that's a 5-point swing there. You make the and one layup, then get the rebound. 5 points in a row for Iwu. This one's stolen up to McGraw, and she's got a layup. (42-34) your score, and Illinois Wesleyan has 7 points in the last 15 seconds. Dembski open for three, hits. My goodness.
And just like we were talking about, Andrew, one of the reasons she's in the game is she hits those threes like no one else.
It was a 7-0 run before Dembski hit that three. It was a 7-0 run by Illinois Wesleyan, and this one turned over.
Between Illinois Wesleyan players.
The standings don't necessarily reflect this in the CCIW, but there's really two teams in women's basketball in the CCIW, and it's these two on the court right here. And we're seeing why. It's an 11-point lead for the Thunder, but it has been back and forth in the last minute and a half. Here's Berg with 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Skips over to Lawson, shoots a deep three off the mark. Ayersman up to Shanks on the run out. Shanks cuts it back in, and she's fouled by Lawson. Thunder fans disagree with it, but I do think she was fouled on the wrist.
I agree with you. Looking at the replay, though, yeah, Lawson reached in, knocked her wrist. What a great slingshot pass, though. Down court for Illinois Wesleyan.
Shanks misses that free throw. That's 2 misses for her in a row. Before that, she was 3 of 3.
Shanks and Ayersman are both tied as the lead scorers for Illinois Wesleyan tonight at 13 points.
Dembski over to Berg here, 8 seconds left in the half. Gets it down low to her sister Jill. Double team, switch over to Williams, puts it up for three. Doesn't go, tipped around. Berg has the board. After all is said and done, 45-35 here at halftime between the top two teams in the CCIW women's basketball. My name's Andrew Picken alongside Cassidy Thornburg. We'll be right back for some more second half action coming your way. This is a Wheaton Thunder Sports Network broadcast produced by Sunrise Communications, and we'll be right back.
We believe in one sovereign God, eternally existing in three persons, the everlasting Father, His only begotten Son, Jesus Christ, our Lord, and the Holy Spirit, the giver of life.
And we believe that God created the heavens and the earth out of nothing by His spoken word and for His own glory.
We believe that God has revealed Himself and His truth in the created order, in the Scriptures, and supremely in Jesus Christ.
We believe that the Scriptures of the Old and New Testaments are verbally inspired by God and inerrant in the original writing, so that they are fully trustworthy and of supreme and final authority in all they say.
We believe that Jesus Christ was conceived by the Holy Spirit, born of the Virgin Mary, was true God and true man, existing in one person and without sin.
We believe in the resurrection of the crucified body of our Lord, His ascension into heaven, and His present life there for us as Lord, High Priest, and Advocate.
We believe that God directly created Adam and Eve, the historical parents of the entire human race. And they were created in His own image, distinct from all other living creatures, and in a state of original righteousness.
We believe that our first parents sinned by rebelling against God's revealed will, and thereby incurred physical and spiritual death. And as a result, all human beings are born with a sinful nature that leads them to sin in word, thought, and deed.
We believe in the existence of Satan, sin, and evil powers, and that these have been defeated by God in the cross of Christ.
We believe that the Lord Jesus Christ died for our sins, according to the Scriptures, as a representative and substitutionary sacrifice, triumphing over all evil, and that all who believe in Him are justified by His shed blood and forgiven of all their sins.
We believe that all who receive the Lord Jesus Christ by faith are born again of the Holy Spirit, and thereby become children of God, and are enabled to offer spiritual worship acceptable to God.
We believe that the Holy Spirit indwells and gives life to believers, enables them to understand the Scriptures, empowers them for godly living, and equips them for service and witness.
We believe that the one holy universal church is the body of Christ and is composed of Christ's people.
The task of Christ's people in this world is to be God's redeemed people, embodying His love by worshiping God with confession, prayer, and praise, by proclaiming the gospel of God's redemptive love through our Lord Jesus Christ to the ends of the earth by word and deed, by caring for all God's creation, by actively seeking the good of everyone, especially the poor and the needy.
We believe in the blessed hope that Jesus Christ will soon return to this earth, personally, visibly, and unexpectedly, in power and great glory, to gather His elect, to raise the dead, to judge the nations, and to bring His kingdom to fulfillment.
We believe in the bodily resurrection of the just and the unjust, the everlasting punishment of the lost, and the everlasting blessedness of the saved.
And the sun was shining as well as it could on the shadowy river, a good part of the shine being caught in the trees. Since about this time last year, painting the Fox River, starting up in West Dundee in the north, we're going to cover all the way down to Ottawa. I hope that it happens at least with one painting I make out of these 60 that, you know, when you look at it, it just leads you. It's heuristic. You know, it wants you to go. It wants you to encounter. I mean, I sometimes think of it as the kind of homesickness, you know, where you feel like your identity is out there somewhere else. You're here, but you have this pull, you know, to be somewhere, and it's an ache. In fact, in Gilead, you know, John Ames at some point talks about this town, Gilead, and he says, you know, this town has been wearied a little and then wearied a little more, and yet he says hope is still there. And I mean, that is the thing. Hope isn't the accomplishment. This whole idea of, you know, when is hope important? It's hope that it's important when it's dark, you know, when you can't see. That's when it manifests itself as a possibility. So these paintings aren't about a sort of glorious resolution, but I hope they are something that makes one feel a glimmer of hope for possibilities.
Hi, I'm Nate Brown. College will be one of the most transformational experiences in your life. My education in the context of a Christian community helps shape the way I live and engage the world around me. I love that Wheaton relates Christian liberal arts to the needs of contemporary society. The classes are designed to combine faith and learning, giving you a biblical perspective that's accessible and applicable. Wheaton students are challenged to answer questions like, what does it mean to live as a Christian doctor, engineer, or business professional? Being in an environment with other students and faculty who are passionate about their faith and serious about their education will help you to know who you are in Christ and prepare you to go wherever He leads you. I look forward to helping you find your way to Wheaton. Talk to you soon.
Like when I close my eyes and don't even care if anyone sees me dancing. Like I can fly and I don't even think of touching the ground. Like a heartbeat skip, like an open page, like a one-way trip on an aeroplane. It's the way that I feel when I'm with you. Brand new. You remind me what Like when I close my eyes and don't even care if anyone sees me dancing. Like I can fly and I don't even think we're touching the ground. Like a heartbeat skip, like an open page, like a one-way trip on an aeroplane. It's the way that I feel when I'm with you. Brand new.
Good evening and welcome back to King Arena. My name is Andrew Pitkin alongside Cassidy Thornburg, bringing you this Wheaton Thunder Sports Network broadcast produced by Sunrise Communications. We've got about a minute and 15 seconds left until we get back underway here. It's 45-35 between these two teams so far. And for Illinois Wesleyan, it's been both Rebecca Erzman with 13 points, 8 of those coming from the free throw line, and Sydney Shanks, the sophomore, the only sophomore on this team, with 14 points. And Erzman and Shanks, Erzman has played 20 minutes of that first half, which is, of course, the entirety, and Shanks with 17 minutes.
Yeah, it definitely shows that Coach Smith is trying to get points on the board for Illinois Wesleyan and thinking that those two players are the ones who can do it. Illinois Wesleyan, its field goal percentage is typically 46.5%, but tonight it's low at 29.6%. But then on the other hand, Wheaton Thunder's field goal percentage is typically 43.3%, but tonight it's 65.4%, off the charts.
Yeah, we can't expect the Thunder to continue shooting at this pace, but we also don't think the Titans are going to make it to the free throw line another 20 times in this second half. We'll just have to see McGraw with the quick jumper, and Lawson gets around Schneider for the board.
Both teams coming out strong, ready to fight.
So Iwu misses on the opening possession there. This one kicked out. Here to Lawson for three, doesn't go. Merritt, I believe it went off Merritt's leg. And a new shot clock here, 27 seconds left for the Thunder to make something happen. And they're going to check on it because I believe that should be 30 seconds exactly, since no one possessed it yet.
Good call, Andrew.
This one into Kyler. Now Myroth over to Lawson. Open for three. Doesn't go. Tipped out to Shanks. Shanks couldn't get around Dansdale and now sets up the offense over to Merritt. Schneider up top. Shanks to Merritt. Open but doesn't take it. Now Erzman down low to Schneider. Schneider double teamed. Kicks out to Shanks. Gets around Dansdale for the jumper, short. And then fought for by Erzman. Merritt will try a three. Hits. Maddie Merritt for three.
Oh, Oh, great shot there. Takes Merritt's points for the night up to 4.
She's now 5 of 14 from three-point range this season. Frazier going into Merritt. Didn't make it, and then Merritt tipped it out of bounds. Credit to Frazier there for fighting for that one.
Right. Definitely credit to Frazier there. You could see the frustration on Merritt's face as she fought for that ball, but lost it again.
Lawson on the back cut gets by McGraw.
Was that a little celebration dance underneath the hoop? Did you catch that?
I didn't see it. I think she was just running back, but maybe so.
Either way, great shot by Lawson.
Shanks for 3 long. Dansdale up to Lawson, could only tip it, and then Myroff dribbled it out of bounds. It's amazing to see how Illinois Wesleyan is able to put pressure after a miss like that, because a lot of times you can set up a full court press when the basket is made or it's an out of bounds play or something like that. But to see them set up so quickly, throw their players double teaming a Wheaton player there and able to get the steal eventually, that's just great coaching by Mia Smith.
I totally agree. And Coach Smith, I believe this is her 20th year coaching, 20th season coaching, has had a lot of experience at Illinois Wesleyan and when it comes to coaching basketball.
Devin Kyler had the rebound, and Kelly Lawson was fouled by Molly McGraw. McGraw has struggled so far in this one, 1 of 5 from the field with 2 points. And that's just her second personal foul, so not in too much trouble here. But if she got that third, that would be pretty tough. Dansdale into the lane, wild layup. And a foul on Frazier here. Looked like she came up with the ball, but must have had to go through the body of Ersman to get it.
Yeah, oh, looking at the replay. Dansdale dribbling in, Frazier goes up. I didn't catch a foul there.
Yeah, it looked to me like both players had a hand on the ball, and it was Frazier who came up with it. Looked like an equal fight to me.
Yeah, it looks fair.
Ersman trapped, gets it to Merritt. Getting around Frazier, crafty layup.
Very crafty layup. Way to maneuver around the hoop, around the player.
So still a 7-point lead for the Thunder. Down to Frazier, quickly double team, now out to Myroff. Frazier into Merritt, fadeaway, doesn't go. And that's a tough shot for Frazier there, not the one she should be looking for.
Especially when Illinois Wesleyan is triple teaming her underneath the hoop.
Ersman holding the ball, switches to Shanks, open for 3, doesn't go. This one's stolen by Hughes, and then a foul called on the Thunder there. Be the second team foul, and it's also going against Devin Kyler.
On the replay, yeah, Kyler sticks out her arm and assumes the foul.
So Frazier takes a seat. Devin Kyler has 2 personal fouls now. Sosa looking for an option. She's trapped in the lane and has to get out. Ersman, free throw line J, doesn't go. Gets her own rebound as it bounced around. Over to Sosa, and she misses.
Ersman has used that jump shot in front of the hoop a couple times tonight and has not been successful against these Thunder ladies.
And that was an interesting course of play there. It looked to me like Myroff was fouled on the drive, no call. Still Thunder ball out of bounds. Hannah Williams is into the game for Maggie Dansdale.
Yeah, interesting call. It definitely looked like a foul should have been called, but wasn't.
Kyler to Berg. Now Lawson. Can't make it over Sosa. Ayersman gets a screen from Sosa. Merritt tried to pass to Shanks, almost thrown out of bounds. Shanks uses the screen. To me, like she might have got away with the travel. Hughes puts it up, gets her own rebound. Ayersman over to Merritt, blocked by Berg across the lane.
Wow, what a block!
And a foul called here on Shanks. Wasn't much there, but you see the block here on the replay.
And smack. She even caught it afterwards.
Timeout taken here. Look at some scores around the CCIW. Really, the only game for CCIW standings that matters tonight is Augustana versus Elmhurst. Women's game 49-47, that score. And how about the men over in Bloomington, Cassidy?
Yes, the Wheaton Thunder men are taking on Illinois Wesleyan.
Yes,
and right
66
now,
to 48.
66 to 48. Thunder in the lead. Aston Francis has put up 27 points.
Yeah, you talk about a guy who just last Saturday only put up 10 points, really had a rough day. Was going to be in single digits, it looked like. Got a couple free throws at the end and puts up 22 points in the first half, has 27 now. So the Thunder certainly playing well there.
And Kobe Eichelberger with 10 points to follow Aston.
Devin Kyler to Jill Berg. And they've got a foul down low. Here's some of the Illinois Wesleyan fans behind me saying that Jill Berg might have hooked her here, and I think you have a case. See Berg reach her left arm around Merritt. Merritt just standing there. I really disagree with that call. Down low to Myroth, puts it in. Here's Hughes over to Ayersman, has an ISO, drives in. Now Sosa. Hughes off the backboard, doesn't go, and Jill Berg gets the rebound after the bounce. She's dribbling, finds Lawson. She's got to get it across midcourt, and she does barely. Now over to Williams, and the Thunder completely break the press.
Great teamwork there by the Thunder. Williams open underneath the basket, was able to receive the ball and put it up, get some points.
Here's Sosa. Spins off Williams, puts it up, and she's fouled and will go to the line.
I think the foul there will be called on Williams.
Yeah, that's a tough call here. You'll see it on the replay. Williams a little bit behind her there. Not a lot of contact though, and Sosa also fading away. She makes the first one. Samantha Monroe, and for the first time into this game is number 5, Riley Brovelli, a 6'1" freshman out of Oglesby, Illinois. She's the tallest player on this roster. Second is Maddie Merritt, standing at 6 foot.
Yeah, Riley Borelli at La Salle Peru High School was the first female in history to score 1,000 points in 3 seasons. Hopefully tonight she can get some points on the board for Illinois Wesleyan.
Kelly Lawson. And that one tipped out of bounds by Shanks. So the Thunder retain possession. Christy Dembski enters for Kelly Lawson. Seen earlier minutes for Dembski rather than going in at the end of quarters. Still trying to get her open for the three-point ball, I'd imagine. She doesn't have one in this game. Myroth lost the handle of that one. Here comes Monroe up to Ayersman. Ayersman with the layup under the hand of Berg. And again, the Thunder might push it out to 11, but we're back to a 7-point lead. Williams for 3 hits.
What a shot.
She's got crazy confidence to be able to put that one up so early in the shot clock. Sosa blocked down by Berg.
Oh, not today.
This one over to Jenberg. Dembski open for three. Doesn't go. Myroth with the offensive rebound and a foul underneath. Who's it go against here? Number 5, Grovelli.
Grovelli didn't look like she liked that call, but on the replay, definitely wraps her arms around, gets her arm in there for sure.
4 blocks for Jill Berg in this game so far. No points, 3 rebounds. But she's in there for her defensive presence. And she's done well so far. Williams thought about the 3. Now down to Jill Berg. Down low to Berg again on the repost. Fading away, and it doesn't go. I think Jill had her sister Jen open for 3 if she would have seen her. Schneider tried to take that one up. I don't know if it was partially blocked or not, but Jill Berg distracting the shot. Now Williams up ahead, and an easy layup.
Oh, long pass to Williams underneath the basket, able to put it up. You know, Berg's in here for her blocks, and Williams is in here because she scores.
And they did give Jill Berg the block on that, and another block! Jill Berg, 6 blocks, 3 in the last minute.
Oh, great effort there by Berg. Once again, getting the block.
Hannah Williams puts one up, doesn't go. And the Thunder again missed Jen Berg when she's open. Kick to Williams, open for 3. In and out. Myroth with another offensive rebound, and this time she's fouled by Sosa.
Sosa reached her arm in, making contact, fouling Myroth. On the replay, see Myroth dribbling towards the hoop. Didn't actually see a ton of contact on the replay.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a soft call, but Myroth going around and into her. Sosa will take a break, as well as Shanks, Monroe. Nina Anderson in for the first time in the second half. And McGraw returns after a lengthy sit. Myroth misses that one.
Myroth doesn't have a strong free throw percentage at 41.2%.
McGraw forced that shot up. And now coming the other way. High post to Jill Berg. Dembski. Down low to Berg this time, puts it up too far. And they've got a foul here against Ersman.
On the replay, see Berg puts a shot up, Dembski goes for it.
I mean, it looks to me like it's a loose ball and both players have a right to it, but either way, it's Dembski at the line.
Right, it didn't look like Ersman was inhibiting Dembski from doing anything in that play, but foul was called.
Dembski 1 for 2 at the line there. Thunder up by 13 now here, nearing the end of the third quarter. Miscommunication once again from the Titans. Schneider throws it out of bounds, as Anderson was not in the area. That's 9 turnovers for Iwu and 12 for Wheaton. Just a 3-second difference between game clock and shot clock here. Williams steps back. Now down to Jill Berg and tipped out of bounds by Merritt. Now Myroth with 8 seconds left on the shot clock. Williams gets it down to Berg, 4 seconds, has to put it up, gets past Merritt, doesn't go, puts it back up, doesn't go. And she missed the third one as well. At the end of 3, 57-44, the Thunder are up. The Titans have an uphill battle the rest of the way now.
Switching back over to men's Thunder. Oh, on the replay, Hannah Williams.
Some of those blocks from Jill Berg here. There's one on Sosa. Jill Berg does such a good job at moving her feet and getting in position. Here Williams with a good run out there.
Right, Jill Berg has a defensive mindset. When the other team has the ball, is always ready to gain possession for the Thunder. Switching over to the men's basketball game against Illinois Wesleyan, the score is 81-59, the Thunder, and Aston Francis is up to 32 points for the night.
Yeah, 10:45 left in that game. So still some time for Iowa to get back into it, but a 24-point lead for the Thunder. That's going to be tough for them to overcome, as here's the three-pointer by Hannah Williams that rattled on in. Hannah Frazier's back into the game. We're looking at the starting lineup for the Thunder. In fact, Maggie Danstill is also in. And for the Titans, it's starters except Sydney Shanks. Nina Anderson is in for her. So the Thunder gave up 22 points in the second quarter. The Titans had some fireworks from three-point range in that one, but just 9 in the third quarter for the same team that averages 85 points per game. That one turned over by the Thunder, now in the corner to McGraw. Anderson gets a screen from Merritt. Thought about the shot, now over to Merritt. McGraw for three, doesn't go, and Dan still has the rebound.
Good call by Myroth to switch the court here.
Devin Kyler to Lawson. Frazier puts it in.
Oh, way to work in the paint.
McGraw the other way, bounces and doesn't go in. And a crazy play over here, just out of bounds called. McGraw going aggressively for the ball as you see it.
Yeah, on the replay, McGraw going in for the ball, but tackles Danstill in the process.
Yeah, good to see everyone up on that play. That was a little bit scary. Trying to figure out what the call is here.
A little confusion on the court.
I believe the call is that the Thunder didn't get it up in 10 seconds across half court, but with the ball going out of bounds, figured you would get a new 10 seconds, but maybe there's something else I missed. The Titans have the ball 59-44, matching the largest lead the Thunder had earlier of 15. Out to Schneider. Anderson for three, long. And Ersman kicks out to Anderson. McGraw for three again, hits.
Nice shot by McGraw. McGraw, All-American in 2 sports, track and basketball.
McGraw again for three. This one doesn't go. Offensive rebound by Ersman. Kick out to Anderson, wide open for three. Ersman with another offensive rebound, and this one finally tipped out. They're going to say it's off Merritt. I thought it was off Frazier.
Yeah, I would have said that was off Frazier as well.
Rebecca Ersman has 5 rebounds total. 4 of them are offensive. Just what an outstanding effort from her on the offensive glass. And man, for Illinois Wesleyan, the ball just won't go in. They're getting some pretty quality looks, but I also think they're taking some frustrated shots as well because they haven't been able to get the shots that they've wanted for the most part.
Right, and we're talking about a team that is first in the CCIW for their scoring offense. But tonight we're just not seeing that on this court. But what we are seeing is the Thunder, who is first in CCIW for scoring defense, and they're just keeping the the Titans from getting the ball in the net.
This season, Wheaton Athletics is proud to partner with Realty Executives as the exclusive sponsor of replays on our broadcast. We're happy to welcome Eric Logan, Becky Vanderveen, and the Energized team to the Wheaton Athletics family and extend a special thank you to them for partnering with us to enhance our WTSN broadcasts. Back to the action on the court. Here is Lawson out to Kyler, open for three. No good. And Lawson able to save it. And the shot clock reset on Kyler's shot. Down low to Frazier off the block. Out to Kyler again for three. Hits! 15-point lead again for the Thunder. McGraw gets a screen from Merritt. Now she picked up her dribble. Erzman looking for an option with 10 on the shot clock. And they've got a foul on Kyler there. Reaching her arm down.
Yeah, on the replay, looks like Kyler reached her arm in. Though I gotta say, I think Erzman might have set her up moving into the paint.
Yeah, Erzman has done a fantastic job all day of drawing fouls. She's only 1 of 1 from the free throw line in the second half. That was her first free throw attempt there. 9 of 11 on the game, and she was able to go 8 of 10 in the first half.
Wow, 11 free throws. That's a lot. A lot of time at the charity stripe.
So Illinois Wesleyan cuts it once again to 12. I think Kyler might have gotten away with a travel there. Dansdale for three. That one doesn't go. Now Shanks throwing it up, but no good. Ball with Devin Kyler. And a travel called here against the Thunder.
That was a quick reset by the Thunder on that last play, but traveling violation will reverse possession of the ball to Illinois Wesleyan.
Samantha Monroe, number 14, went to St. Charles East High School, and she's a freshman. Number 24, Sosa, is into the game, and 6.5 minutes left. This is about the time that the Titans need to cut it down to a little bit more of a manageable score. I wouldn't say that normally about the Titans, but in this game, they just really haven't been able to get anything going. In the third quarter, they shot 18%. Here's Shanks getting around Lawson, and that's a good sign for the Titans. Ball into Myroth, now Kyler. And the strategy's pretty clear. Try to make Kyler be the one to bring it up, but she's got pretty good dribbling and passing ability as well. Now the Thunder just gonna reset things up top with Myroth. Lawson guarded by Monroe. Frazier gets to the rim, but couldn't finish. And she'll head to the charity stripe.
Right, draws a foul in the process. On the replay, Frazier going to basket. Looks like Merritt reached in.
Frazier's been perfect from the line. Actually, she has missed one. She's 6 of 7 in this game.
Yeah, 34th in the nation for free throws.
Molly McGraw back into the game for Illinois Wesleyan.
Molly McGraw, fun fact, was actually national high jump champion at a D3 meet in May 2016.
That one off her foot, and a jump ball. The ball will remain with the Titans.
We actually have 2 All-Americans in track in the game right now. Molly McGraw, number 11, and Maggie Dansdale, number 24.
Yeah, McGraw also recently.
Who are covering one another currently.
Here's Sosa driving in on Dansdale. Got around her, but couldn't finish. Kyler had the rebound. Switching to Kyler and Lawson. Dansdale over to Myroth, looking for a pass, not finding one, gets it to Frazier. Going around Merritt, doesn't make it. Kyler with the rebound, now the pass to Frazier. Lawson came up with it and she's fouled.
On the replay, Kyler underneath net, passes out to Frazier. Lawson comes in, draws a foul, I believe by Merritt.
Actually went against Erzman. It's her 3rd personal of the game.
Third personal, that'll put her, well, past foul trouble at 2 fouls, but at risk for getting to 5. Not a lot of time left in the game though, so not a huge concern here.
Lawson 1 of 2 from the line there. Ball over to Erzman, now Shanks. McGraw up to Shanks. Forces it up, and Frazier has the rebound.
Shanks unsuccessful there, but her season high this season was against Augustana with 21 points.
Turnover here by the Thunder. They're 17th of the game. Erzman putting it up, doesn't go. And she's fouled before the shot, so it'll be ball underneath for the Titans.
On the replay, Devin Kyler.
Yeah, Devin Kyler.
I think that Devin Kyler caused the foul there.
Yeah, Devin Kyler reaching in there, so that's her 4th personal. She'll take a seat since the Thunder are up by so many points. If the score gets closer, she might end up in the game. Monroe for 3 hits. Nothing like the leading 3-point percentage shooter in the CCIW to give you a lift.
Ah, right there, money for Illinois Wesleyan.
Lawson unguarded for a moment, now gets around Hughes, puts it up, and Hughes has the rebound. 3 minutes, 35 seconds left for the Titans here. Monroe steps back for 3. Doesn't go in. Erzman with an offensive rebound. Shanks into the lane, out to Hughes. Over to Merritt. Now Monroe with the runner. Doesn't go in and ends up with Frazier. Hounded by Monroe, but eventually the Thunder get it up. And a timeout taken by Coach Madsen, and if you have one to take, these last 3 minutes are going to decide this game. An 11-point lead for the Thunder.
Right, and I think this timeout was strategically called. Illinois Wesleyan just shifted the momentum their way, putting points on the board. Madsen with this timeout, able to re-strategize and break up some of that momentum.
And if you would have told me that the Thunder could hold them to as little points as they have so far in this game, I would have told you you're crazy. I figured it was going to be somewhere in between, but we're looking at a 54-point game when the Thunder only allow their opponents to get 56. I'm assuming Iowa's going to score in the last 3 minutes. I'm not saying they're going to completely hold them off, but I figured that Iowa was going to get 70 points in this game at least.
Oh, at least. Yeah, Illinois Wesleyan averages 86.5 points per game and holds their opponents to 61.3. So tonight, so different for this Illinois Wesleyan team. They're used to getting 86.5, but here only at 54.
And the field goal percentage for Illinois Wesleyan just abysmal from what they're used to doing. 47%, the best in the CCIW, but today just 24%. Jen Berg looking to throw it in. This one tipped away by Erzman. Going the other way on Lawson, just throws it up wildly and gets a foul call. That's a pretty interesting call there because she had her back to the basket when she put it up.
Right on the replay, Erzman dribbling in.
I mean,
I don't know about that. Lawson's hands were up in the air.
There's no doubt that Lawson is moving and makes contact, so I think it is the right call, but Erzman doesn't make a very strong take there the way she's turning.
Right, I don't think Lawson really inhibited Erzman from play, but that's my 2 cents.
So 1 of 2 from the line there. Looking to force another turnover. Myroth able to get around Monroe. Downloaded Dansdale on the back cut, but she lost it. And Merritt has the ball passed out to Erzman. This one, Merritt for 3. Erzman with the offensive rebound, cuts it to single digits.
Whoa, that was a ballerina move by Erzman. 1 foot off the ground, right arm reached up to put the basket in.
Dansdale's got to be careful there, using her right arm to create space. Could get called for a foul. So here's Myroth. Frazier, step back from the elbow, got it.
Oh, great step back shot right there. Illinois Wesleyan is not messing around, getting the ball, moving down the court quickly.
Merritt open for 3 again, short again. And an over-the-back foul called on Raven Hughes. And just kind of a victim of circumstance there. It's definitely a foul, but she's just going for the ball and ends up going through the body of Berg here.
Right, like you said, victim of circumstance.
So under 2 minutes now, Titans trying to force a turnover. Ball forward with Lawson. Picks up her dribble, gets it to Dansdale, now down low to Frazier. Around the arc they go. Frazier was wide open.
And definitely made it known.
An offensive foul called here against Frazier. So the Titans have it.
On the replay. Erzman, yep.
It was Frazier extending her right arm.
You said it, Andrew.
The Titans with a turnover here. That one unforced as well. So 20 turnovers for the Thunder in this one, 9 for the Titans, actually 10. But the Titan ones have seemed less forced by the Thunder. Under a minute now, Frazier into the lane, and it's in. 12-point lead,
Solid
under a minute.
Shot.
The Thunder can taste it now. Erzman, and she gets a foul called on the Thunder, so she will go to the line to shoot 2.
Wow, another time. Erzman has already taken 14 free throws in this game. Oh, you'll see on the replay the reason Erzman's at the charity stripe again.
She makes the first one. Basically every possession now, the Titans need to make sure that they score because they don't know how many more they're going to get. Timeout by Coach Madsen here. It was a 30-second timeout. Just going to draw up a play here to get the ball in, I would assume. If you're the Titans here, you want to try for a steal first on the pass and then even off the dribble. And then after that, you pretty much just have to foul and hope that the Thunder are going to miss at the free throw line.
Right, and if you're Erzman, keep drawing those fouls. She's gone 13 for 16 at the free throw line. Been successful. Erzman's lead scorer for Illinois Wesleyan tonight with 22 points.
Yeah, she really has carried them. Shanks also, but she had, I believe it was 12 points at halftime. And for the Thunder, Hannah Frazier's got 21. Williams off the bench, the freshman, with 14 points on 6 of 9 shooting. And Dansdale still with those 12 points that she had at halftime. So the Thunder advance the ball on the timeout here, get it into Myroth.
And look out for Devin Kyler, on the verge of a double-double. Has got 10 rebounds and 9 points tonight. She gets another shot that goes in the basket. We're looking at a double-double.
So not in the bonus yet. IWU has another one to give, and there's your double-double, Cassidy. Devin Kyler puts it in, 12-point lead for the Thunder.
It's like she heard me.
Fading shot from Ayersman to the side. Impressive shot.
Great shot. Released with such ease.
And great defense there from Ayersman, just going for the ball by all means necessary here on the replay. That's what you teach your players to do. You go for the ball by all means, and then if you're not able to get it, you just make sure you're going hard enough that you foul the player also.
You definitely have a point, though.
Lawson misses that free throw. 1 of 3 from the line today.
One thing to note is that Ayersman has been in this game 38 minutes. That is a remarkable amount of time for her to have been playing in this game.
Monroe turns it over there. Just a freshman error. And the Thunder, if they want to, can just dribble this clock out. And it appears Illinois Wesleyan will let them do that. So Illinois Wesleyan loses again here. The Thunder have now won 35 home CCIW games in a row. That's games here in King Arena against CCIW opponents. And a huge win for them, the biggest game of the season. And what a win.
Wow, what a win. The second team in CCIW defeating the first team in CCIW tonight in King Arena. As Andrew and I were talking about earlier, Illinois Wesleyan was the last CCI team to beat the Thunder in King Arena, February 22nd, 2014. We were wondering if they were going to do it tonight again, and they didn't. The Thunder held them. Lead scorers tonight: Hannah Frazier, 21 points. Hannah Williams, 14 points. Devin Kyler, 11 points and 10 rebounds, taking her to a double-double for the night. On the other side, Ayersman with 24 points. Now we'll take it down to Andrew on the court with Coach Madsen.
I'm down on the court with Coach Madsen. And Coach, if I would have told you before this game that you were going to hold Illinois Wesleyan to 25% shooting from the field, what would you have told me?
Well, you know, I would be very surprised, you know, if we could do that. But I'm not saying that we're not capable of it either, because, you know, when you have the length that we do, you do alter a lot of shots, and I think we've gotten progressively better defensively throughout the year. So, you know, I knew if we played it the way that we're capable, that we would have a good chance of at least competing with them.
Just talk about your defense, and also Rebecca Ayersman also got her points, but as far as just the rest of the team, what were you doing defensively to try to stop them?
Well, Rebecca Ayersman, I mean, wonderful player. I mean, I think she's definitely the key to their whole team. I mean, she makes them run. She does a great job. She always plays big in big games. I mean, incredible player. As far as the defense, I just thought that we did a really good job of trying to limit their three-point looks. I don't think they made very many in the second half. And, you know, we went through a stretch where we didn't rebound very well, but we kind of gathered ourselves and got back at it and just competed. And I think that was the key part, was just we competed for 4 quarters, and that's what you got to do against a great team like Wesleyan.
11-2 now, and Wesleyan 11-1. What does this win mean for the rest of the season?
Well, it's huge because, you know, we felt like we could compete with the best teams in our not only in our conference but in our region. And it was just nice to see us get a big win against a ranked opponent. So, you know, it is what it is. You know, now we got to just keep competing and working hard.
All right, Coach, go enjoy your win. Thanks for joining us. That'll do it for us here at King Arena. My name's Andrew Pitkin alongside Cassidy Thornburg. Thank you for joining us for this Wheaton Thunder Sports Network broadcast produced by Sunrise Communications. The final score 71-61. The next game will be a men's game on Wednesday. For now, so long.